Well, on Sunday. Oh, Joseph, do you want to be here whilst I read this?
Shoot. Okay. You know I'm a fearless guy.
On Sunday, Accra had to walk, the only oak, annexed the Ghana Premier League after 11-year drought. Yeah, whatever. Well, Joy Sport George Adejunior has been interacting with the former president of the Ghana Football Association and stalwart of Hatzavok, Dr. Nyaho Nyaho-Tamakoe, on what this means to the club and future plans to sustain this verve. And here's that conversation. Phobia Masters.
So, Doc, thank you very much for your time and congratulations for winning the Ghana Premier League. How do you feel? I mean, how did you feel on Sunday after that results came in and it meant that Hartsfield had finally won the title?
Well, I feel very, very happy. And I feel also that as a former military officer, at times you have to take decisions that are not popular with the people, but definitely it turns out to be the best decision. And the whole league started on a very, very rocky path for the club. We had criticisms and attacks from all corners. And what worried some of us, particularly on the board, was that most of the criticisms were coming from our own club members and supporters, and that was a bit disturbing. However, we decided we should forge ahead. Now, we had problems with the Atenka team. I think you are very much aware. There were quite a number of resignations, left, right, center. And also, we had problems with coaches. Some of the coach, the trainers that we engaged. Some of them live in telling us. Now, one thing I must say is that the boys, the players, were very solid. They were first the management and the board, and I can say that some of our achievements have come principally for that. The chairman of the board of the club, we are further the 14th. You see, until I worked with him or started working with him, I never knew him. But there were certain qualities that I found in him, which were quite identical with my own way of doing things. One, he's very truthful. Two, he's straight to the point. Three, he's hardworking. Very, very, very hardworking. That I can say he is harder than most people that are absent. Now, he's somebody who can take decisions, always has ideas. And he found working with me very, 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 very convenient for him. Because we discuss issues at times, and we disagree, we argue about it, and then later we see the right course and we pursue. So are other members of the board as well, who have done wonderfully well. And I think what rather discouraged me a bit, if I would say so, that unlike past office holders of House of Folk, who when you leave office, what you do is to come and support the club, actively support the club. We didn't have anything like that. If anything, rather criticisms, left, right, center. Now, despite all these sort of difficulties or challenges, we have been able to win the league. And I think I thank God very much for that. If you give us strength, we have in the pipeline a lot of projects that will come out and that will shock the football world, particularly either in Ghana or West Africa. We are building, a new institution an academy, beautiful academy. We are coming with 4 playing fields. Natural. When I say 4, 3 will be natural, and 1 will be Astutech. We are building a place where the boys will live. They will live there like you have in any boarding institutions. We are going to have a place also for those who like probably to hire and come and stay there when they come to play in Ghana. We shall have a huge tennis court, a huge swimming pool. I mean, all these things are in the pipeline as I told you. Work is ongoing. It's not a question of work is ongoing. And very soon, our secretariat that you know in Accra, we are going to bring it down and build a brand new 4-story glass house.
Wow.
All this come out. Indeed, we want to finish all this before the end of the year. Because all the paperwork has been done already. We are going to have a special commercial house also within the vicinity of our secretariat. So you can consider there's a lot being done. And all I'll do is I would like to appeal to the supporters of the club. Website patients. Yesterday at the stadium, they were the loudest more than anybody. They were the happiest. Yes, I have handled hearts for folk in crisis before, where when I look at the situation, I was compelled to put 21 regular players on transfer. That is sack them. And started a new team, and it worked. We won the league. So certain things don't get me worried at all. So I will pray that in the coming season, we do better. And particularly, I'll go into CAF now. We know what to do. We are going to beef up the players we have, and we are sure to come with the cup once again. So this is all that I will say.
Yes. Doc, let me ask you about this one. Why were you sure that Samuel Gwedu was the guy to lead you to the trophy? Because you were very swift in making that decision. What did you guys see? Why were you convinced?
You'll be surprised. Gwedu's case is quite an interesting case. I was saying we didn't really see him as a special figure per se. I remember I had a talk with him, and during our discussions, I was convinced that this is somebody who knows exactly what he's about, and he can work. And now, when he left his previous, club, the day we were expecting him to start work at our end, he didn't turn up. So I was worried. So I called him. I couldn't get hold of him. I asked somebody to get hold of him. And he assured me that he would be in at a particular time, which he came. I think by then he was moving his items from Takwa to Kumasi and route to Accra. Now, when he came, what I noticed, and I'm somebody who frequents the training grounds a lot, what I noticed was that this is a disciplined guy who knows exactly what he's about. So we gave him that chance and opportunity, and he's proving himself right. He listens. Prior to this, there have been a whole lot of accusations that directors have been dictating. It's all lies. I'm telling you. You know me. I'm telling you. No director has enforced it. At least not me. If people say so, it's a lie. Directors don't dictate to the technical team. They might suggest, if you like, you take it. If you don't like, you don't take it. Now, one point also I'd like to bring in it also is that our presently physical instructor, who is also responsible for the boys' fitness and everything, is also responsible for their welfare. And that is W01 Tando.
Tando, yes.
I feel so happy that we have that gentleman. But I remember I told the board, and Togbo in particular, that I have been a soldier, and when I say a good soldier, I know it. And we have to pick this man, and we shan't regret. And believe me, he's come up on the tops as well. So this is how we have managed the club so far. And before the end of the year, God willing, you'll see things you won't believe.
Okay, Doc, you are a true and true Accra Hearts fan even before you become a board director and all of that. When in the season did you feel that the trophy was coming home and coming to Accra Hearts? At which stage did you think that it's becoming possible or it is possible?
When we had a match at Takwa, I think it ended up in a draw, so I can't remember now.
Yeah.
And then we continuously won 6 matches. We played 6 matches, we won almost all of them. And any time I go to the pitch, and in fact, also when we brought in this young man from
Salifu Ibrahim, is it?
Salifu, and also when the performance of Afutu changed, and that of this boy, our striker,
Banier, Free Banier.
Banier came in. It came in late. Let me explain that to you. This striker, Obeng Junior.
Could you Obeng Junior? Okay.
Now, Banier, listen to me very clearly. Banier case is interesting. I watched Banier, I think their last match when they played in Mauritania or wherever they played that match, when he was the captain of the
AFCON, yeah. Under 20.
I told myself, this is a good player. But then I didn't even know that he was part of of the club.
Oh, wow.
I'm being frank with you.
Yeah.
But when I watched him train, I said, this boy had to be washed. But he was hardly fielded by the coach. At times he would come in for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So one time I remember I told the boy, I said, look, boy, you said, boy, chairman, this boy Banier, we should try him. Banier is definitely a brilliant footballer. Very slippery, has the strength. And he told me, he said, oh, dog, it seems we are thinking about the same thing. So I said, okay, let's see. We find a way to let the coach know, or we suggest to him if he should try. As I said, the coach also is a listening coach. He tried him once in the second half, at about 10 minutes to full time. Then gradually it increased. And now he's seeking his position. And believe me, he's brought a lot of changes to the club. So also is this young chap, Mensah.
Isaac Mensah.
Isaac Mensah is another boy that has to be watched carefully. Because I have been with House of Oak for years, and when I see a good player, I can tell you. Because when I remember very well, when I had Shamokwe, Abradekuma, Joado, and all this, there was one thing Coach Kobna, may he rest in peace, told me. He said, Doctor, these boys will come out great footballers. You watch. I mean, when Kobna was an experienced coach, and then they came out as great footballers. And since I have mentioned Kobna's name, let me take this opportunity to thank the members of the Council of Patrons, all those alive. That's Anna Ening, C.K. Dewonu. These are wonderful people. They are still alive, and they are advisors. And we pray to God that they live and live longer, and others who are on it. And I feel those who have departed, particularly people like H.P. Nyemite, Tommy Thompson, Harry Sawyer, Osekre, Ambassador Osekre, Dr. Quino, Alhaji Tijani, Alhaji Haas, and others I can't remember now. May God keep their souls, and I can assure them that our battle cry, never say die, will never, never, never end. So that's all, George.
Yes, Doc, I'll make it very quick so that you can move on to other things. But let's talk about the Kumasi Asante Kotoko game, the Super Clash, the Accra Hearts versus Kotoko game. How crucial was that game to winning the league as well?
Your question again, I didn't hear you well.
the game, the Accra Hearts of Oak versus Kotoko game, the second leg that was played in Accra, that Hearts of Oak won by 1-0. How crucial was it? How crucial was it in ensuring that Hearts won the league?
It was very crucial. Very, very crucial. In fact, it was one of the deciding points, to be frank with you. Now, I know their present coach very well. That is
Mariano Barreto.
Barreto. I know Barreto. When I was chairman or president of the Ghana Football Association, we employed him, Barreto. Now, I am not surprised that he started having problems with them, because Barreto left us unceremoniously as a national coach. I'm telling you. I was surprised he came back to Ghana. In any case, that one is our own palaver. But from what I have heard so far, there is no finding things comfortable at all, I think, with the leadership of Kotoko. And after we've defeated them, I knew that we are sailing home without any difficulty. And that is exactly what happened yesterday.
So are there any plans right now for the final game, the coronation game? Are there any plans? Because a lot of the fans will be looking at properly celebrating this one. How are you? Are there any plans? How are you going about it?
The next match is just this Sunday. I think the coronation was done yesterday at Accra Sports Stadium. we popped 4 bottles of champagne, expensive champagne. And that reminded me when I was chairman of the club years back, and I had these young boys, and when they defeated Accra Great Olympics, I popped champagne at the Accra Sports Stadium. But this time around, there were 4 bottles, 4 of champagne. That's never been done by any other club again. Once again, we always want to show that we set this, what do you call it, the pace, and others follow. That's all.
Okay.
I'm sure there will be some sort of ceremony there, but I can assure you that the crowning itself was done yesterday at the Accra Sports Stadium. The boys came, greeted management and board members, and luckily for us, there are ministers who have House of Food diehards that I saw that they all joined us to congratulate the boys, and it was beautiful.
That's right. That's right. Just to pick on this one, is there any game that you saw as the most difficult game? Would you take that Olympics game as a very difficult one? What was your most difficult game of the season?
I think our match with Dwarfs.
Wow.
To me, was the most difficult game. They were determined to destroy us. Dwarfs. And I say so because if House of Oak had problems with any club, mind you, Dwarfs is equally an old club.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether Dwarfs is older than Kotoko or vice versa. But Dwarfs have always been worrying Accra House of Oak since I grew up as a small boy following Hearts. So Dwarfs that's why we call them, and they call themselves to mysterious. But we don't know how they score their goals. I'm talking about things when I was about the age of 10 years.
Wow.
Years ago. I mean, when the elderly people are talking about Dwarfs, you have no idea. At a certain stage, I was told that House of Oak has to come to some sort of compromise with them, because they always destroy our final celebration. Dwarfs. To me, our match with them was the most difficult one. But they were determined. They have a player there, I don't know his name. He wears a 2020 jersey. That boy must be watched. He's a good footballer.
Right. So the Accra House of Oak fans will say that they wish that the boys will stay here this season, for next season, and you can build another strong squad like the 64 battalion and go all the way to win. Are we going to lose some of them because the cash will be good on the table? Is that going to happen?
Some of them.
Selling some of them. Are they going to be transferred if the cash is good, or there's a policy to keep it?
I can tell you, not a single player is going to be sold to anybody. We know what we are about. I don't think fans is our problem at the moment. Those that we think they are good boys, definitely they will be maintained. And when we go to CAF and we come out in flying colors, whatever price any club wants from them or from us, it must be a higher price, not this 100,000 and 200,000 US dollars. We want prices that to click in millions of dollars.
That's really set up. So are we thinking about a double then?
The double. Are you talking about the FA?
FA Cup, yes.
Oh, but I said it on television yesterday. We are going to take the FA Cup as well. Mark my words. And it will happen.
Wow. That is very strong. Yeah, that's very strong. And maybe your final words to the fans who have been pouring out and watching the team. And at the moment, even the fans who were sleeping have all arisen from their graves and have come to join the squad already. So final words to the fans.
Oh, the fans and the supporters, I'd say big thank you. Some of them are so honest and truthful. Some of them there are boys there who have been following the club, years back when I was chairman, over 40 years ago. One key one I'll never forget is one day he's still around. These are honest boys who have dedicated their lives to the club, and I wish them good luck. And the others, I say, our motto alone, that is our battle cry, never say that, should always be their watchword, because that is what we believe in. If you are playing with House of Folk and the final whistle hasn't gone, don't think you have won. That's all.
Dr. Nyaho Nyaho-Tamakoe, thank you very much for your time on this one. And once again, congratulations to Accra Hearts of Oak. We are looking forward to the double. I'm looking forward to all the fantastic plans that you have for the club that would, in the end, help Ghana League as you create this platform for the young ones to do what they've got to do. So a very big thank you for your time and for this interview. We definitely wish you the very best of luck.
It's a pleasure. I'm very to talk to you. Bless you. I hope you'll be coming home very soon.
Yes. I'll be coming home very soon. Yes, I hope.
Because the English match is the European Cup is over.
It's over. And, yes.
I think you have to come back. We miss some of your programs that you do here.
I know. I'll be coming back very soon. Doc, thank you so much for your time.